We love suspension, so if you've just had a GVM, lift, or anything to do with your suspension done, here's 3 things that you need to be doing in your first 500 Ks. Let's check it out. So why GVM? Well, as you would probably know, everybody loves to take the cat, the dog, the sink, and their caravan when they go away. So the importance of a GVM is to carry more weight, do it safely, keep the vehicle sturdy on the road, and keep you coming home at the end of the weekend. Standard suspension, this is rubbish, throw it in the bin. All right, first things first that you need to be doing, load your vehicle. So put everything in it that you are going to need when you go away, or that you want to take with you when you go away. That way, what you're essentially doing is putting the suspension through its paces as if had it in the car for a long time. All right, so why is it important to load your vehicle up? Well, things like coils or leaves, all your bushes, arms, anything like that, what needs to happen is that all needs to move and find itself a nice comfortable spot. Then that way everything is basically bedded in where it needs to be, so when you come back to us, we can actually make sure it is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Step number 2, take your car off-road. If you can, get it off the blacktop. Make sure you're doing some roly-polies, get that thing moving around, get the suspension actually traveling through its full motion. Then that way, when it comes back and when we're checking things over, we're actually getting the whole use of the suspension doing what it needs to be doing. It's not just going up to Kmart and you're hitting the curb on a Saturday. All right, the reason why I actually say all that is because it does actually need to travel through its full range of motion. So things like upper control arms, as you can see in Warnie's car, he's got the remote reses, all of that type of thing. We just want to make sure that all of that has done its job. And then when it comes back to us, if any adjustments need to be made, they can be made. All right, last but not least, check your wheel nuts. If you don't have one of these, I would highly recommend that you get one. It is a torque wrench. If you don't have one, it's not a big deal. What we do is obviously we will always torque your wheel nuts to spec, but even if you go elsewhere and you get something done to your wheels, a wheel has to come off 50 kilometers max. After they come off, make sure you check your wheel nuts. Especially with alloys, they like to move around and things like to just shift ever so slightly, and that can then cause you a whole lot of headaches. But that is a huge thing that you want to do. After your 50 Ks, check them, and then before you even bring it back to me, check it again. And then when it comes back to us, we're gonna check it again. So check your wheel nuts. All right, so to recap what we just said, number 1, load your vehicle up. Number 2, make sure you can get it off-road, get that full range of motion happening. And number 3, most important of all, don't forget to check your wheel nuts after 50 Ks, not 500, 50 Ks, check them out, your wheel nuts, tighten them. If you found this information helpful, make sure you give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the channel, put the notification bell on, that way you guys will know when something new comes out. And if you didn't like it, too bad, like and subscribe anyway. Watch the bloopers, they're pretty funny. We want to see the suspension travel through its suspension travel through its suspension travel through its through its full